Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a quick update on the garden here. I went out today and got some mulch and finished off the bare spots that were in here, and also added a few more plants now that the hostas are gone. And I added in here, I had some caladiums that were on the porch in a container that I think will do a lot better over here. It was just a very wilty in that container, so I'm not sure what this exact type is called. Yeah, I don't recall what the type is, but I'm hoping it does a lot better over here. You can see that some of the leaves are hitting the ground there. So we'll see what happens there. So I added 2 of those, one there and one there. That one looks a little more worse for wear, but I'm sure it'll bounce back like everything I put in here. There's the Brunner I transplanted yesterday, and it's much happier over here than it was in the window box. I also added some sun patiens. These are, apparently you can grow these in the sun or the shade. I'm a little skeptical to see how this is going to do in the partial shade here, but this area gets about, I would say, about 4 hours of sun. This part of the garden starts getting sun around 10 o'clock and continues until about 12 or 1. And then it's usually out from this side of the house by 3. So we'll see how those do. Pretty excited for those. I got 2 of those as well. One there and one there. You can see that the sun is still over here. So it's just about done. The hydrangea here, I guess I haven't really talked about this, but there was a comment made in my last video about this hydrangea, so I'll talk about it for a little bit. You can see that here at the bottom, it's kind of thin compared to, say, like this one, this very large hydrangea. And that's because of the hostas that were blocking most of the light from getting down to the bottom here. So I imagine once this hydrangea realizes it's got some more room, it's gonna pretty much be the same size as that one. So we'll see what happens there. And I think that these are peonies. I'm pretty positive because I had some peonies early this year come up, and once they died, I went ahead and deadheaded them. So that's just the foliage left. So I think those are done. And then this tree here, well, it's not really a tree, it's actually a bush, but this is a Camela. I'm not sure what type, but this Camela blooms roughly, I think, in February, so it's a very early bloomer. And it's also pretty sturdy. I'm sure it's been here for some time. It still remains to be seen if I'm going to keep it or not, or do something else with it. But we'll see. And I also added one more of these purple prince plants right here. There's a huge tree root growing under this bed, which makes it difficult to put plants in the front. So I had to pick something that was relatively small. So I just stuck with what was already over here, what I had already put. And these are actually coming along really nicely. I'm really pleased with this plant. I like plants that have purple in them. If you could not tell. Right there. So let's see what happens. While I was out today getting some mulch, I also came across this plant. And you guys know I love me a purple plant, and this immediately caught my attention. So I decided to grab one. This is a Starry Night Hibiscus, and I'm really excited for it. So I think what I'll ultimately do is plant it where this Pieris is. I mistakenly planted this in full sun, and it is not happy. So it's got to go. So I think that will fill up that corner nicely. And I'll look forward to planting that later this afternoon.